4s are self-aware, sensitive, and reserved. They are emotionally honest, creative, and personal, but can also be moody and self-conscious. When dealing with 4s, you should keep in mind that they want to be taken seriously, they want to have their individuality acknowledged, and they want to be seen and understood for who they really are. They may be offended or disappointed if they believe your statements are in some way inconsistent with their needs and expectations. So here are 5 things you should never say to an Enneagram Type 4. 1. I exactly understand how you feel. One thing to bear in mind about 4s is that they perceive themselves as completely different and distinct individuals who are fundamentally different from everyone else. There is no elitism or snobbery behind this, however, they do believe that they occupy a unique and rather eccentric mental and emotional space. You'll do so out of concern for them and a want to comfort them when you admit that you understand how they're feeling. Enneagram may 4th actually realize this, but they're still likely to believe you don't understand them as well as you think you do. If you want to express your compassion and sympathy for an Enneagram 4, you'll make a better impression if you simply ask them to elaborate and then stay silent as they do so. 2. Just get over it. Deep emotional reactions are triggered in 4s by unpleasant experiences and difficult situations. They may need to examine their feelings and reactions for quite some time before they're ready to move on. It might be upsetting to observe your Enneagram 4 partner acting reclusive, depressed, and melancholy with no apparent attempts to lift their mood. You might be tempted to tell them to snap out of it, or to say something else that will shake them up and get them back into the real world and out of their own heads. An Enneagram 4 will see words and sentiments like this as rude, disrespectful, and most importantly dismissive of their emotional needs, because they expect you to understand that they need time to resolve their inner disquiet. 3. I need some time to myself. You will sometimes need some alone time, just like everyone else. However, because Type 4s are extremely attuned and sensitive, you need to be careful about how you express yourself with them. If you tell them you want to be by yourself, they may personalize it and interpret it as meaning that you want to be away from them specifically. Instead of telling your Enneagram 4 acquaintance you'd prefer to be alone for a while, explain that you're going to do something constructive that doesn't require any company. Type 4s are individualists who accept other people's rights to seek comfort and peace. 4. You shouldn't have done that. The Type 4 is never afraid to take responsibility for their mistakes. So when an Enneagram 4 apologizes to you, they really mean it. But you should know that if you choose not to accept their apology, by adopting an attitude that makes it clear you aren't ready to hear it, your Enneagram 4 companion may be deeply offended by your reaction. If you value your relationship with your Enneagram 4 companion and want to preserve it, it's probably best to accept their apology, and then follow that up with a straightforward and honest post-apology conversation where you can tell them why you felt so bad about their behavior. 5. Really, are you going to wear that? How they dress isn't the central way 4s choose to express their uniqueness and originality, but they don't pick their clothes lightly. They take pride in their individuality in all senses, and their attire is carefully chosen to reflect their current self-image. Your unsolicited minor critiques of their sartorial choices may seem like friendly advice to you. But to them such statements may seem like a form of rejection, not just of their clothes, but of their lifestyle and personality. Enneagram 4s surround themselves with objects that express their aesthetic tastes, reveal their values, reflect their personal histories, or relate information about how they see themselves and the world.